Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. Now folks, if there's one thing that's been on everyone's mind around the Steelers fanbase lately, it's the future of their quarterback position. And we're not just talking about the current guy, the veteran who's been leading the team through thick and thin, but about the future, about the next chapter in Steelers football. And that chapter seems to be written, at least in part, by a young man named Will Howard, a rookie quarterback who has caught the attention of the entire NFL world. When the Steelers selected him in the 6th round of the 2025 NFL Draft, many fans and analysts wondered, could this be Pittsburgh's long-term answer at quarterback? Could Howard be the guy who finally brings stability and perhaps even a Super Bowl trophy to Heinz Field in the coming years? And let me tell you, the team's confidence in him is palpable. They see something special in this kid, something that, with the right development, could turn him into a franchise quarterback. Howard's journey to this point has been nothing short of impressive. Coming out of college, he wasn't a highly touted first-round pick, but he made a name for himself at Ohio State, especially after transferring from Kansas State. His decision to switch schools was, by many accounts, a turning point in his career. At Ohio State, Howard led the Buckeyes to a national championship, solidifying his reputation as a clutch performer and a leader on the field. His stats during his senior college season were eye-popping, completing 73.1% of his passes for over 40 yards, 35 touchdowns, and only 10 interceptions. Plus, his ability to run with the ball added another dimension to his game, with 226 rushing yards and 7 rushing touchdowns. That kind of productivity, combined with his leadership qualities, made him a rising star in the draft discussions, even if he was ultimately picked in the 6th round. It's a testament to how much potential the Steelers see in him. But as we all know, football can be unpredictable, and this offseason has brought some unfortunate news for Howard and the Steelers. Just as he was hoping to get back on the field to showcase his skills in the preseason, he suffered a fractured pinky finger, which initially seemed like a setback but manageable. Unfortunately, the latest update isn't what Steelers fans wanted to hear. On Thursday morning, the team announced that Howard has been placed on injured reserve, meaning he will miss at least the first 4 games of the 2025 season. For a rookie trying to make his mark, that's a tough blow. It's hard enough to break into the league, let alone do it while dealing with an injury early on. But the good news is that this isn't a career-threatening issue. It's a setback, yes, but not a permanent obstacle. The hope now is that Howard can use this time to heal fully and come back stronger, ready to contribute when his number is called later in the season. In the meantime, the Steelers are moving forward with their established veteran quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, leading the charge. Rodgers, as many of you know, is a future Hall of Famer and a seasoned leader who can steer the team through the early part of the season. Behind him, the depth chart includes Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson, both experienced quarterbacks who can step in if needed. But let's be honest, the focus is on Howard. This injury, in a way, is a test of the team's resilience and their faith in their young talent. The Steelers have shown a willingness to invest in Howard's future, and they believe that this temporary setback isn't going to define him or their plans for the long run. Howard's story is also a testament to perseverance. Transferring from Kansas State to Ohio State was a bold move, but it paid off in a big way. Leading Ohio State to a national championship isn't something many players can claim, and that success undoubtedly boosted his draft stock. Despite being a 6th-round pick, the Steelers saw enough potential in him to bring him into the fold, and they're clearly excited about what he could become. It's worth noting that the team's confidence isn't just wishful thinking. It's backed by his college production, his leadership qualities, and his raw talent. They're banking on Howard developing into a long-term solution at quarterback, and this injury might just be a temporary hurdle on that journey. Now, as we look ahead, it's important to remember that the Steelers are in a bit of a transitional phase at the quarterback position. Aaron Rodgers, while still highly skilled, is in the latter stages of his career, and Pittsburgh has been grooming young talent behind him for quite some time. The arrival of Howard signals that they're serious about building for the future, about finding that next franchise quarterback who can lead them to glory for years to come. This season, with Howard sidelined, it's a chance for Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson to step up and show what they can do. But everyone's eyes are on Howard's recovery and eventual return. When Howard finally hits the field, whether it's later this season or in the next, Pittsburgh fans will be eager to see what he brings to the table. His arm strength, accuracy, mobility, and leadership are all traits that could make him a star in the league. And the way the Steelers have invested in his development, it's clear they believe he can reach that potential. The team's coaching staff has been working closely with him, guiding him through the mental aspects of the game and helping him adapt to the NFL speed and complexity. This injury, while unfortunate, might give him extra time to learn and prepare for when he does get his shot on the field. Of course, it's human nature to feel a bit disappointed, especially when a promising young player is sidelined early in his career. But Steelers fans are no strangers to overcoming adversity. We've seen this franchise rise from tough times before, and we know that resilience and faith in the process are what carry teams through. The hope is that Howard's recovery goes smoothly, that he comes back fully healthy, and that he can contribute in a meaningful way later this season. And even if he doesn't see action in 2025, his future remains bright. The Steelers have a history of developing quarterbacks and turning raw talent into Hall of Fame careers, and Howard's story could be no different. As this season unfolds, we'll be keeping a close eye on his progress, on how he handles the mental game, and on how the team adapts with their veteran leader at the helm. The AFC North is a fiercely competitive division, with teams like Cincinnati, Baltimore, and Cleveland all vying for supremacy. The Steelers, with their strong defense and a solid core of experienced players, are always in the hunt. The addition of a young quarterback like Howard, even if he's sidelined for now, signals that Pittsburgh is planning for the future, that they're not just playing for this year, but for many years down the line. It's a testament to the franchise's long-term vision and their commitment to building a team that can compete at the highest level again and again. So, Steelers fans, this story is far from over. It's a chapter filled with hope, resilience, and the belief that the next great quarterback for the Steelers is still in development. The injury is a bump in the road, but it's not the end of the road for Will Howard. We're all rooting for his quick recovery, and we're excited to see how he progresses in the coming months. Remember, in Pittsburgh, football is more than just a game. It's a part of our identity, a source of pride, and a symbol of perseverance. We'll be watching every step of Howard's journey, cheering him on, and holding on to the hope that one day he'll be leading the Steelers to victory, to another Super Bowl, and to a legacy that fans will remember for generations. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this news about Will Howard? Do you believe he can bounce back fully and become the quarterback everyone's hoping for? Or do you think this injury might slow down his development? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. Remember, this team is built on resilience, faith, and a deep love for football, and together, we're all part of this incredible journey. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news, because this story is just beginning, and there's much more to come.